Hello, this is VictoriaAdams, and I am recording this presentation for our Lunch and Learn for all of our parents. So, this presentation was recently presented to your student, and I know many of you could not make it to our in person meeting as it's during the day, and many of you do not have those hours. So, I just wanted to record this and offer you the opportunity to learn from it nonetheless. So, our presentation today is connecting our mission to our student achievement and student growth. I think one of the biggest things that we face as parents is we want to be able to help our students and we want to know what success looks like. Well, when you walk through the doors of Andalusia High School, you are stepping into a tradition that has been built over generations. And we want our students to continue that. And I know as parents, you want your child to continue that as well. This school has always stood for excellence in academics, character, and community. And I think about as an employee that did not attend school here, one of the things that stands out to me is our alma mater. It reminds us to honor thy fair name. And to me, that's more than a lyric, it's a challenge. It means we are responsible for continuing the legacy that came before us. And we challenge your children daily to do that. Today, I just want to talk to you about school pride and purpose because it's more than just cheering on at a game. We're going to look at our mission, our vision, and how each of us, students, parents, staff, play a role in making excellence our reality every single day. Excellence doesn't happen by accident, and we know that. It happens when we are clear about who we are and what we stand for. And that's where we are going to go today. And that's what we're going to talk about. So, everything we do at Andalusia High School is grounded in our shared purpose. Our mission is simple, but it's very powerful. Educate and empower for excellence. That means we are committed not only to teaching that academic content, but we want to help equip your student with skills, with confidence, and opportunities that they are going to need beyond high school. Our vision builds on that mission statement. It reminds us that AHS is part of a long tradition of excellence. And I love that we focus on tradition because if we don't have a foundation for what we believe, then it's going to be really difficult to continue and inspire others to do something without a strong foundation. So I love that tradition of excellence. And our goal is to help every student pursue and attain a lifelong personal success. A life of personal success, sorry. We do that through engaging instruction on campus. We are constantly working to ensure that your students are receiving the highest quality instruction by providing our teachers with professional development opportunities and just working with our teachers here at school with outside sources and additional coaching on staff. We have a strong community involvement. Our community provides scholarship funding for our students. They provide money for resources to help our teachers and our students in their classrooms. We are so thankful for that. And we use our resources effectively to support student growth. We budget and plan for things to ensure that our students get the most from the resources available. And our beliefs reflect what that looks like in action. We believe in lifelong learning. We believe every student and staff member deserves a safe and supportive learning environment. And we believe all students can grow and reach their potential when they are taught by caring, qualified educators. We evaluate this collaboration with you, with our community members, and we recognize that technology is a key tool. We live in a very technologically advanced world, so we want to be able to prepare our students for that as well. One of the biggest things I want to say right now is you might be wondering why we're starting here, but I think if you understand the why, then it helps us to employ, what living out that mission looks like, which is what we're going to talk about next. So living the mission at AHS. First of all, we just talked about our mission, vision, and beliefs. And so, again, like I said, this is the reason I think this is so important is for us to be focused on the fact that the why is essential to understanding how that's lived out each day and why it's lived out the way it is. We are going to look at how that actually looks every day on our campus. So, living out our mission means providing rigorous academic pathways that challenge students and prepare them for what comes next. It means having a strong school counseling and academic planning program so that your student has a clear direction and support system. And that means that not every student's going to have the same path, which is important too. It also means offering tutoring and intervention programs for students who need additional help. Excellence is not about leaving anyone behind, because here's where this is significant. It's about making sure every student has the opportunity to grow. Through career and technical education programs, we help students gain real-world skills and certifications that prepare them for high-demand careers. And through college and career readiness preparation, including the ACT, which is our focus today, the ACT work keys, and dual enrollment, we are opening doors to scholarships, college opportunities, and future careers. These supports show that our mission is not just words, it's actively lived out through the opportunities that we provide every day. And I'm really proud of that and the changes and that the state has made and the opportunities that we are now allowed to give our students. So everything we just talked about, counseling, tutoring, strong instruction, career programs, all of that leads to opportunity. This is the why it matters. This is why we go back to that mission and vision statement. One of the biggest gateways to opportunities for our students is the ACT. The ACT is more than just a test. It plays a major role in college admissions, scholarship eligibility, and even some career pathway certifications. Strong ACT scores can open financial doors and expand your students' choices after graduation. But beyond that test, or beyond college, the ACT is also a way for us to measure academic growth here at Andalusia High School. It shows how well students are developing skills in English, math, reading, and science, the very areas tied to success in college and many careers. If our mission is truly to educate and empower for excellence, then helping students grow on the ACT is part of living that mission out daily. It's one of the ways we can see our hard work turn into real measurable progress here at AHS. Here's a snapshot of how Andalusia High School is currently performing based on state accountability data, which uses the ACT test. Our overall school score of 80 shows that AHS is performing well and continues to meet important benchmarks for success. Our 95.8% graduation rate reflects our commitment to supporting students from the beginning to the end. We also see that 95.8% of our students are considered college and career ready, which shows the strength of our academic programs, career pathways, and all the support systems we offer. Our academic growth score of 77 tells us that students are improving, but it also reminds us that there's still room to grow. Excellence means we don't settle for being good. We keep pushing to be better. These numbers show we have a strong foundation. Now the question becomes, how can this year's students help move these numbers higher? Where can we grow? So these numbers show us something important. While AHS is still strong overall, we still have a lot of work to do in some specific areas. Right now, about 29.7% of our students are proficient in English language arts, 32.1% in math, and 26.1% in science. These scores don't represent limitations. To me, this is an opportunity for us to look at the data and see what we can do to improve these areas, and show it to our students and motivate them to also take ownership of their school and their learning. Every point of growth in these areas means stronger reading skills, stronger math reasoning, and stronger problem solving, the very skills measured on the ACT. This is where this year's juniors, your students, come in. You have the chance to encourage them to raise these numbers. And when we can improve ACT performance, we're not just helping your child, we're improving AHS, and we're showing that we're working closer to our mission of excellence. Growth in these subjects is how we honor our tradition and move our school forward. So now let's make this personal. These numbers represent where our current juniors started based on their pre-ACT performance. So they took this in the fall of their 10th grade year. The pre-ACT is designed to show us where strengths already exist and where growth can happen before taking the official ACT. These scores don't mean a label. They're just a tool, a way for us to measure that growth from 10th to 11th grade. and they help us focus on our effort. Where do we need to work hard and make improvements? The most important thing to remember is this: growth matters more than where a student starts. So if your child did not do well in the pre-ACT, that's okay, because what really matters in the end is how far they grow. Many students increase their ACT scores significantly between pre-ACT and the real test through practice, strong classroom effort, and using the supports available. We offer on-site test prep daily during their personal improvement period. And then as juniors, we have partnered with Impact Tutoring, and we offer real strategic and intentional ACT supports. So this is where our mission comes into action. If we are here to educate and empower for excellence, then these numbers show us how we can help each of your children move forward. Every point that they gain on the ACT opens more opportunities for them for college, scholarships, and career pathways. Now, I think a good comparison and a little good healthy competition is always good. So this chart compares last year's juniors ACT performance with where your children, our current juniors, are starting based on pre-ACT. This is what's so amazing. Notice something important. In several areas, your student's class is already starting at or above where last year's students performed. That means the potential for growth is even better this year. And last year's students set a strong standard, and now it's your child's turn. Every point they gain between now and the ACT helps open more doors, more scholarships, and more opportunities for them. Again, this is where the gold is. This is where we connect back to our mission to educate and empower for excellence. Excellence means building on the foundation before, excellence means building on the foundation before your student pushes even higher. This is how we honor Andalusia High School's tradition and truly honor thy fair name. So let's talk about what we can do, what your student can do, and how you can encourage them. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens through consistent effort and using the supports available. First, what happens in class every day matters. Encourage your students. Tell them how important it is for them to focus on what's available and to utilize those resources. Classes are a great way for students to grow their skills. And if they'll really dig in, they can make the most and even more of each classroom opportunity. Strong reading, writing, and math skills built into our courses help your child benefit from preparing for the ACT. Second, we want to encourage your student to take advantage of all the ACT prep opportunities at Andalusia High School. And currently, we have free ACT tutoring with Olivia Jones of Impact Tutoring, which is a huge opportunity and a great benefit for our students. These opportunities are designed specifically to help your child grow in areas where they need support. She has looked at data. She's working with students in the classroom, and she's also offering tutoring on Mondays and Wednesdays after school. Third, I'm going to encourage you to practice what matters and encourage your children to practice what matters. Working with real ACT-style questions builds familiarity and confidence. We give students Math Chops and Grammar Chops accounts. We encourage them to use that, and we actually take grades for it so that they will use it outside of school as well. The more your child practices, the more comfortable they're going to feel on test day. And encourage them to ask for help. That's what we're here for. Teachers, counselors, support staff, administrators, we're here to help your child improve. That's part of how we live out our mission so that we can educate and empower your child for excellence. And remember, just encourage your child that small improvements can make a big difference in scholarships, college options, and career paths. Their effort now is going to pay off later. And I can't tell you how many times having a higher ACT score has just benefited students in significant ways. So our goal is to raise the standard. ACT readiness is a top priority, and our program uses data-driven instruction to help every student improve. This preparation, combined with our counseling services and your support as a parent, ensure that students are ready for life after high school, whether that's college, career, or the military. And if you see this slide, this is what we're challenging our students to do: outperform last year's ACT scores, increase their student achievement, and represent AHS with excellence. Because once again, to honor that fair name. We are here to help you succeed. And specifically, we want to help you support your students so that they can be more successful. As I close this, I just want to remind you one important thing. Your child is not in this alone. At AHS, we are reminded every day that our mission is to educate and empower for excellence. That means we are committed to supporting your child and you as the parent, helping guide you and your child and encourage them every step of the way. Your child's teachers are here to strengthen their skills. Your child's counselors are here to help them plan their future. And as families, we are here to cheer you on too. And as administrators, they are here to ensure you have the resources and opportunities for your child to succeed. When we all work together, growth happens. Opportunities open, confidence builds, and that's how we honor our school's vision and continue our tradition of excellence. We believe in your children, and we know that it's their time to shine. So now it's our time to encourage your child to believe in themselves and give their best effort. Excellence is our standard, and their future starts now. And we have until March the 10th to really encourage our children. On March the 10th, we'll take the ACT. And so at home, I just encourage you to be talking with them and using these resources to help build their confidence. And just a reminder, the Bulldog experience is unique. I've worked in a few other districts, and I always think about how inspiring it is to come to Andalusia High School every day and how meaningful it is. One of the quotes that I included on here, and I want to just read it off real quick to you as parents, and you talk to this about, you talk with your child about this too. At Andalusia High School, learning is driven by high expectations and meaningful experiences that promote academic achievement, student growth, and leadership, grounded in Bulldog pride. So I want to thank you for investing in building on the mission of excellence at Andalusia High School with your child. We are so proud of our traditions, our innovative programs, and your student successes. And we invite you to become more connected and more invested in helping your child grow in this opportunity as well. And again, we are proud of where we've been, but we are really excited to see where your child will take us.